Hello to you all, I hope you're all okay. So as you can see, I'm not starting my video down at my allotment this morning. I'm starting my video at my local aquatic centre. So job for today is to have a look at my wildlife pond and really get it up to scratch. So I'm upping my game on my wildlife pond. So I've just popped down here to get some aquatic compost, and I've just been told that all of these plants are £2 each. So we've got iris, we've got some of these brass buttons, they look absolutely gorgeous. We've got lots of grasses. This looks really nice, I think I'll definitely get one of these. That's called Boo Boo. And I'm definitely going to get one of these because look at the flowers on that. So the lady, very kindly, that works here has just brought me out these two boxes. So now I'm just going to fill those up and I'm going to take them down to my allotment and get them all planted up. Okay, so I just got down to the plot. It's actually a really nice day. It's a bit overcast, a bit cloudy, but it's not raining, so I'm happy with that. So I chose 4 different plants from the shop, which I will show you. I also from home this morning just went into my garden and just had a look and saw what I could use around the pond just to build it up and just to make it a bit more appetizing for any potential wildlife. So I got these 2 branches that were in my garden. I thought they were quite a nice shape and they're quite long, so I think they'll be able to go over the pond. I picked up a couple of these slates which I'm going to put around the outside of the pond. I think that'll be quite nice for any creatures can crawl onto that into the pond. I got my aquatic compost from the shop. I also had some aquatic pots which I'm going to try and put the plants that are already in the pond into those pots with some new compost, because I will show you now they're not very happy. The pond is not a happy pond at the moment. So as you can see here, these plants are absolutely, look at the roots on them, they're just not in big enough pots. So I've got 2 there which are absolutely stuck together. I've got one here which I think is actually too deep, so I need to sort that out. And I've got this one here which again doesn't look too happy, the roots are out of that. So I'm going to make some changes on that, so I'm going to get all that out. I bought these from home probably a couple of months ago, and I'm going to put them around the pond as well, because I think that'll be quite nice. I'm going to put some more, get probably 1 more load of wood chip, just fill that in a bit here, and then I'm going to build it up with these and the slates that I bought from home. And then the next thing I'm going to do, which I think will be quite nice around there, I'm going to move some of my herbs out of my beds around to the front of that, so it actually has got a bit more plants there for the wildlife. So I'm going to move this oregano, this sage, and I've got 2 of these thymes as well. I've also got a chamomile here that's not very happy, so I might just chop that down and move it to the side of the pond. Before I get started with that, I want to show you my pumpkin arch. It is looking amazing. So we've got Turk's turban here, that is looking absolutely fantastic. We've got more little pumpkins starting absolutely everywhere. Look, absolutely everywhere. That one's huge. I think I've got, yeah, I noticed another one up here. They're just absolutely everywhere. I'm so pleased. So I was a bit worried about my pumpkins because I had a few on the actual arch, but I didn't have many come in on the actual vines, like on the floor, and I thought I'm gonna have so many pumpkins, and then they weren't coming, but now they are, so I'm over the moon with that. I'm absolutely over the moon. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is actually take these plants out and see what I'm working with, try and see if I can maybe trim some of the roots and see if I can pot them into the new pots that I've got. Okay, so all the old pond plants are now in new containers, so they're all ready to go. I now just need to get the new pond plants that I just bought, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and put some more stones, some of the big rock stone things I've got, into the pond. So I'm going to put them into here. So I'm talking about these sorts of things, and then that will just raise up that level just a tiny bit so that I can put in these at a higher level. So I'll just show you now what I actually ended up buying. So these were only £2 each. I would have got more, but I've only got so much room in the pond. So how gorgeous is this? So I got this boo-boo, which is just absolutely stunning. I absolutely love that. So these are going to need repotting as well at some stage. I will do that sooner rather than later. So grass buttons, thought that was really nice. Flying hedgehogs, Lobelia. Look at those flowers. That is just absolutely stunning. So yeah, my aim is I'm not going to leave it like I did last time. So last time I bought the plants and I thought, oh yeah, I'll repot them up, and I just didn't get round to doing it. So this is going to be on my real to-do list I'm going to settle them in the water. So I'll put them in today, but I will be repotting them. I've got the compost now, so I just need to get the pots, and I'll repot them in the next couple of weeks, 100%. Okay, so all the plants are now in. They look really good. So what I've done is I've actually put them quite high up in the water just for them to settle in. So they're not actually where they're going to be ongoing, but it's just to settle them into the water, because it said on all of them not to have them too deep. So I've just arrange them where there is higher parts in the water. I'm now going to put the logs over there and see if I can position them in a way where anything can crawl up them, or if anything needs it to get out, they can get that. So I'm going to try and do that now. I am so pleased with how this pond is now looking. It just looks 100 times better than it did before. So I've just started to put some pots down the front here. So this has got no bottom, this watering can, so I've put some thyme in there. This already had some pansies in it from when I did the children's bed, so I'll just leave that as it is, and I've got another pot here which I can plant up. What I'm going to do is put the herbs I've got around this front section here, but I have got a few changes going on at the allotment. I've got a fruit cage that I'm going to be putting in, and I am getting a new polytunnel, so I don't want to do that. I don't want to put anything around here while that's all going in, because there's quite a lot of like work going to be going on. So plus it's really, really hot, so it's not a great time to be moving plants anyway. So I'll probably do that more September time, which is only a couple of weeks away, but when the temperatures just cool down a bit more and they've got more chance. But I couldn't help myself, I had to move that thyme in that watering can, and I think it just looks fantastic. So elsewhere, everything is still cropping really nicely. I've got so many tomatoes to harvest, so I'm going to be doing that today as well. So I'm really happy with what I got done today. The pond looks absolutely brilliant. I'm really over the moon with how it's gone. Just a few more bits to work on there, so just repotting the plants and things like that. But overall, it's 100 times better than it was before. Thank you so much for watching today, and I'll see you again soon.